Okay, so you have a very good range of vocabulary and grammar, but you can't speak fluently in English. Why? And that is so familiar to you? I got you. The same. Hello and welcome back to my channel. And my name is Ashley, and today is the third podcast of my channel. So today, as you can see at the title, I want to discuss about a very popular problems between English learners and native speaker that translate from mother tongue into English. Okay, so today in this podcast, we will discuss about why you have to avoid it and step by step to solve that problem. So let's start. Okay, so come to the first question, why you have to avoid it. So what is the drawbacks of translating from your mother tongue into English? First, that it make your speaking be interrupted because you have to think of the grammar and vocabulary from your mother tongue into English, and it just takes you so time and you can't speak fluently with that thought. You have to translate word by word into English, and it interrupted you from speaking fluently and following in English. So yeah, that's a very real problem, and many people have said to me that they can't speak slowly or fluently without any interruption or without any or yeah, just speak flowing. So how do you do that? And remember to watch till the end to find out how to stop translating like that. And okay, anyway, so that is the first drawback of translating. And the second drawback that you have to neglect that problem is that it sounds unnatural, because most of the native speaker speaks very fast and are able to respond at once after hearing the questions. That's the biggest difference between the native speaker and English learner, is that they don't hesitate or have to think so long to answer a question. They just okay, answer immediately. For example, when I ask you a question how old are you or how are you? So many English learners have difficult in understanding this simple question, but the proficient English learner or native speaker just can answer immediately okay, I'm fine, thanks, how about you? Or you can say, I'm well. Yeah, that's the immediately respond. It means that you can answer the question immediately without any hesitating or without any doubt. It sounds very simple, but don't take granted of this. You have to practice a lot to master that skill. You have to have they respond immediately to speak with the native speaker. So I will ask you a more complicated question to test your responsibility. To test your response to an answer. For example, how? So how do you think about the technology influenced the children nowadays? How do you answer it? Yeah, you have to you have to think about the evidence or the reasons why how technology influenced in children. You have to think in your mother tongue first, and it will translate into English. It just takes a long time and sound unnatural. So okay, that's the second drawbacks of translating. And the third is to sometimes your translating may be wrong in some fields like grammar, vocabulary, or constructions, or tenses, and so more on. You have to speak fluently to solve all of that problems, and that the reason why you have to avoid it. you have to stop translating and started thinking in English. So how can you do that? Now we are moving to step by step to solve that problem. And this part is really important, and you can practice it while listening to my podcast. So don't worry, and let's start. Let's start with the step 1. So step 1 is the simplest way to practice thinking in English so that you can practice every day whenever you want. So my tip is think in vocabulary or words of things around you. That's the simplest way to help you to think in English at the beginning if you have just practiced it the first time. So I want you to look around you. For example, you are listening to my podcast while going into the bus, or while waiting for buying a ticket cinemas, for example. I know you look around you and describe their word by word English. For example, I will take an example. When you are at the supermarket and you want to think vocabulary in English, you look around you. For example, you see the vegetable, meat, the clerk, or grocery. Just think in English. So now, let's practice with me. Close your eyes and watch around you. Open your eyes and watch around you. What you think first and think immediately in English. No translating. Just think in English. Yes, just think in English. And if you think that this step is quite simple and easy for you, then move to the step 2. Think in small collocations or phrases to describe what you're feeling. So the same as the step 1, just close your eye and take a deep breath, open your eye and watch and see around what people or what things are happening and describe it. Just describe it in your head, not saying out loud. Just think in your mind. For example, you see that a people buying something, so you see that the girl is buying a Harry Potter books, for example, or you see your mom is cooking, then you think, my mom is cooking something really delicious. I have to come to see what she's doing. Just think in small chunks, or you can even think in the whole sentence if you want. If you are like master at the 2 steps I have just told you, then you can try to think in the whole sentence to give the description of people or things that are happening around you. Well, it's just the same as the 2 steps, but just increased bit by bit from small vocabulary or words to small phrases and collocations and to the whole sentences. You can think it in your mind, or if you want to say it out loud, both practice thinking in English and pronunciation. And the 4th tip is to think in English about the plan you'll do in a day. So I often do that thing when the first thing I wake up in the morning. So after I wake up, I think in English what I will do or my schedule of my day. So for example, okay, so after waking up, I will do some personal activities like brush my teeth or skincare, and then I'll have breakfast at around 7 a.m. I think, and then I will go to school or go to extra classes at 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. and then I will come back home and have lunch, and then in the afternoon I will self-studying until 5 p.m. and then I will go exercise or do some sketch to move my body. And well, next I'll playing with my pets and then reading books, and then I will go to bed at 9 p.m. Yeah, you can just like think as simple as you can, or you can just like think the whole things you will do or the whole things you're supposed to do in your day after waking up. Just think in English. This will change your mind to think in English more effectively. And the 5 steps, also the most advanced thing I want you to practice every day, is to spend 10 to 15 minutes per day thinking of an English conversation in your mind. So that sounds really complicated, but actually it's quite easy. Oh my god, I'm sorry, my younger brother is like shouting so loud, so please forgive me. Yeah. Anyway, so I told to the part that spend 10 to 15 minutes per day to thinking of an English conversation in your mind. So then just like when you're hanging out with your friends, for example, you're just thinking like, hey bro, what's up? I'm good, thanks. How about you? I'm well, thank you. And what are you doing? Well, I'm just doing some of my homework, English homework, actually. What about you? What are you doing here? I hardly see you go to the library. Well, I just wanna find some information or find some reference books for my assignments. Yeah, and do you wanna have lunch with me sometimes? Yeah, sure. Of course. Maybe after doing that assignment, I will have lunch with you. Is that okay? Yeah, I'll be free that time. So, see you then. Bye. Bye. See you then. Yeah, that's a conversation. Really calmly in English, and just think about every topics you can think of. For example, at the airport, what is the conversation will be like? In the restaurant, in the other bookstore, when you meet your friends by chance, or at the school, what you would be talking with your friends, or simply what you are doing right now. Just think of the whole conversation. That's a really good way. That's a very good way to train your mind to think in English. Okay guys, so that's all the things I want to tell you about this video, about how to start translating from your mother tongue to English. And to summarize of all the video, I just want to tell you that think in English, from the vocabulary or words to small chunks or phrases or collocations to the whole sentences, and finally to the things you will do or the plan you will do of the day, or think in the whole conversation in English. Just do it, and you will see you make a very huge progress after just 1 month. And after I experimenting that method, I just like when I have my dream, I am dreaming of speaking in English with someone. I don't know what that happened, but I think like, yeah, I actually can think in English after doing all the steps. Just do a little by little, and you will see you have made a huge progress. Thank you very much for watching my podcast, and if you like it, please like and subscribe for my videos so that you don't miss any of my notifications of my new uploads. And see you later at the next video, and bye.